Hey guys, this is Summer. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. If you are not new here, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here either way, and I hope that you will like me enough to stick around and subscribe. Today I'm just going to do a quick get ready with me, and I'm going to use the Alamar Cosmetics palette because I haven't used it in a little while, and I wanted to use it with the new Alamar brushes, so that's what we're going to do. I've already primed my eyes with the NARS Smudge Proof Primer, and I have primed my face with a sample of Japanese Velvet Touch Primer. I had a lot of primer samples, so I'm trying to try some of those out and use them up. So if you want to see that, just stick around. So the last few days I have really been into using the new foundation brush that we got from BoxyLuxe and BoxyCharm, but I do like to go ahead and put the foundation on my face first when I'm using a brush, just because I notice that when I use a brush, it really drinks up my foundation. So if I put it on my face first and then I'll go ahead and spray my brush, then I will go in and just blend it in. It works better for me. I do really like this brush. I'm also going to be trying out some new curlers today, and so I wanted to kind of go ahead and do some of my makeup, and then I may pause. I just want to make sure they get really hot enough, but I may pause and go ahead and put them in my hair at some point, or I may wait till I'm finished with my face. The hang of contouring, and I don't know if I'm just finding the wrong colors, or I don't know. I end up just looking like I have a nasty line on my neck. So I don't know if I'm using wrong formulas, wrong colors, I don't know. But if you guys know of a great contour video that might help me, then definitely let me know. I'm not gonna get all... because I'm getting my Gerard Cosmetic products that I ordered. I think that was super smart of Jen Gerard to do what she did. I'm just going to make it with a little bit of highlighter on my Lorac palette, just to try to fix this because I really went too far down for one thing. But I think that it was super smart of Jen Gerard to do what she did. And bring the smaller influencers in as affiliates, because I'm quite sure that quite a few of us ran out and ordered Gerard Cosmetics products, and I thought that I had never heard of Gerard, honestly. When I heard her come out, when I heard her coming out about what she was doing, I was like, oh, this is really cool, this lady, but I don't know who she is. I've never heard of her. And, but she seems like a really nice person. And I did go ahead and place an order through Gerard, which I should get, I don't remember if it said I'm going to get it Saturday or Monday, but I should get it relatively soon. And I ordered a couple lippies and a blush palette because I don't have a whole lot of blushes, and I wanted to try a variety so I could tell you guys, because, you know, like I said, she gave all of us smaller influencers that signed up and that they approved a code, and my code's going to just be Always Summer with a capital A and L and a capital S. And so anyway, I was like waiting to get my products so I could tell you guys if I like them and try them out and all that kind of stuff. In the meantime, they put the Metal Matte Lippies on sale for $12. And our subscribers can use our code. So if you do want to be brave and check them out before I try them out and tell you what I think, then you could get 30% off on top of the sale price of $12. Now, that being said, I have not tried the lippies yet, but what I did just realize, which was so funny to me, is I did try the lip liner because I got one in a glossy box, and I didn't realize that it was Gerard Cosmetics. And I've actually used this lip liner so much because it's like literally my favorite, that everything had worn off except for the G and the C. So that's the only reason why I realized it was Gerard Cosmetics. I had actually been on her site looking, and I don't use lip liner all the time, but I do use it sometimes. And I was on her site looking, and I was like, what is this? Looks like my lip liner. And I pulled it out, and sure enough, there's a G and a C on there that you can't even see anymore. And so it was pretty funny because I wanted to order a lip liner, but I was like, no, I'm gonna wait. Make sure that I love the product before I order more. I don't even know the color of this lip liner because I've had it for close to a year, but I'm assuming that it is a nude. So yeah, I'm assuming that it is a nude lip liner because it's like just a dark brownish nude. And I just love it. I don't reach for lip liner all the time, but when I do, it's generally this one unless I'm wearing a different color lip because I wear a lot of nudes. And it just goes on really smooth and creamy. I'm using the Too Faced Sure Thing Peach Lippy. I love that. I wish I had bought a bunch of them when they were on sale, but how many can you use, you know? So yeah, so I do love the lip liner. Link down below, and I'll also post the coupon code down below if you are interested in trying out the lippies that are on sale or anything else, of course, but I haven't tried them yet, so I just want to be clear about that. So I'm going to use my Alamar brushes that we just got in Boxy Luxe for this month, or Boxy Charm, and then I'm going to use my Alamar Cosmetics palette. Just felt like using this one today. I haven't used it in a while. I'm going to go in first with Cocoa Taxi. And just take that kind of in my crease and up above it a little, just as a transitional type shade. I do love these Alamar brushes. They are really soft and fluffy and nice. Well, this one is. It depends on which brush you're using. The little packer brush is really perfect and tight. I love it too. I actually think that I would love it for cut creases when I'm trying to do like a really neat, precise cut crease, because sometimes I don't. I'm going to go with a more neutral look today because I am getting ready for work. So even though I'm using the Cocoa Taxi as a transition shade, I'm going to end up with a more neutral look. When all is said and done, at least I believe I am and hope I am. But I am going to try to stick with just the Alamar brushes, other than maybe I may use my Wayne Goss in the crease when I darken, just because it is a lot. This is a very fluffy brush, which I love. And I think is absolutely awesome. But sometimes I do, because I have hooded eyes, I need a smaller crease brush. To get actually in right in that crease. So I am liking that Japanese primer. That looks fantastic. And I'll probably speed through a lot of this eye look, guys, when I edit, just so you don't have to sit here and listen to all the talking. I tend to go in too heavy-handed with my brushes. A lot of people probably are always saying they go in too light-handed. I'm more of I go in too heavy-handed. Okay, I think I'm going to take a little... Do I want to take any tropical? Yeah, I'm going to take just a little tropical and just go in there and darken that up. And just blend it in. These are such beautiful shadows. I loved this palette the first time I ever used it, and I still love this palette. It just blends beautifully. It is a beautiful, beautiful palette. And it probably remains one of my favorites that we've gotten. Alright. My swatch changer is not working well. Okay, now we're going to go with a little cafecito. We're going to go in with a little cafecito. And this is the dark brown shade, and I'm just going to stamp that in here. Even though I'm using this little fluffy brush, and I'm stamping in there, and then we'll kind of blend it in. I just want to make sure I get enough on there. And maybe I will use this brush instead of swapping over. That was my original intent, is to stick with this brush. I may go back in with a little bit of the other colors because I kind of, you know, took them up with this one. Y'all know me. If I wasn't going to work right now, I would definitely go in with one of the blues. But I am getting ready for work, so I am going to use the more neutral colors. I'm finding lately that I'm so exhausted when I get home that I just can't film. So I will at some points, but this week has been a really rough week. A really, really rough week this week. This week has just been a really rough week for whatever reason. I've had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of meetings. I see that color in there nicely, so I'm not gonna go over it too much. I'm just gonna bring a little bit around those edges and then so yeah, I just have not. I'm gonna take Cocoa Taxi again and just go over at the top. But yeah, I've just been really exhausted this week. I've had a lot of meetings and things, and so when I get home, I'm just tired. I kind of hate to use this for blending right now, but I have changed on the color swatch, and I am gonna go in with a little bit more cafecito just in there, and then I'm gonna take that and just blend it in. And you're going to excuse my hair because I will be styling it in this video, so right now it just is what it is. So we're going to take a little bit of, again, cafecito right there, and then just using the color switch on that brush so that I can go in and just blend without spreading the brown throughout too much. So I think that's looking really pretty so far. I use this really, I'm gonna try it. Okay, so we're gonna use this little packer brush now, and I don't know how well it's gonna work for this for me, but I'm wetting the brush with some spray, and then I'm just gonna go in first with La Costa and pack that on in here. Okay, and it does work well for that. Personally, I will probably use this brush for cutting creases more so, but it does work nicely for this too, as you can see. Let's go on this side and just pack it on a little. I have another brush that I generally use in this. I'm just putting a little bit on my inner corner. I do have another brush that I generally use for this part of my eye makeup, so it may just be because I'm used to using that, but I think this is an awesome brush. I love it. And it is working great for this too. When you see how highly pigmented that is, I did wet the brush because these are the foil shadows, but I don't think you had to. Alright, so I'm wetting the brush again, and I'm going in with El Malecon. I think that's how you say it anyway. This is a really pretty kind of goldish green color. It's got a really strong gold. Alright, so it's got a really strong gold. And I'm just bringing that over the middle. And I'm only going to about half. I'm just kind of blending that into the first color. I'm just going back with a little bit of that first color just to smooth those edges because I just kind of packed it on. And just kind of blending it into the gold as well. I did not put any glitter glue or anything like that, guys. I really just don't do that unless I'm using straight pressed glitters. Okay, now is when I'm going to take my little wing gauze. This is wing gauze number 19. I really like this one just because it's such a small fluffy brush, so you can really get in. And so I'm just going to kind of blend over that edge right there with it just to keep that from being so harsh. And just blending it into that gold shade. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just go up right over this gold just to blend it in. And I don't want to eat up my orange. That's why I'm doing it with this little brush. I'll probably take a little bit of the yellow as well in a minute and go over that. So I'm doing the same thing on this side. Just blending along that edge. And taking a cafecito to really just darken that. Okay, and then I'm just going to go over so this is my finished look using the Alamar Cosmetics palette and the brushes. I did use some new contour rollers, which it's the first time I used them. They did nothing for my hair, didn't even really give me body either. They burned my head, so I don't know if I'll be using them again. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Also ring that little bell so that you'll be notified when I post future content. And also make sure that you follow me on social media. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.